Hello, my name is Paula S. Alvarez, and I'm doing a practice run of a dissertation oral defense of Roxanne Ocampo's 2017 dissertation. I have used some words and terminology directly from her dissertation as if she were presenting the defense herself. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for being here today to hear my oral defense of my dissertation. I especially want to thank Dr. Francis Contreras, my committee chair, and my committee members, Dr. Juan Gonzalez and Dr. Sinam Sayahan. The three of you have contributed significantly to my journey to be here today to defend my dissertation. I am especially grateful to Dr. Contreras for her expertise and encouragement. Mil gracias, Doctora Contreras. I am grateful for the generous financial support received from the San Diego Fellowship, which enabled me to complete my study. The agenda for my oral defense is brief due to the limited amount of time allotted. However, I will quickly introduce my research topic and its importance, discuss my methodology, and present my findings, and finally share my conclusions. The topic of my study is low income, first generation, high performing Mexican American students, or LIFGHPMAS. These are members of historically underrepresented or minority group. African Americans, blacks, Pacific Islanders, and LIFGHPMAS are all underrepresented in higher education. In my study, I explored what contributes to some students becoming academically invulnerable. Although I have defined several other terms in the key terms section of my dissertation, such as first generation students, high performing, historically underrepresented, Latino, low income or low socioeconomic status background, open access institution, and selective college university. The following three definitions are really necessary for you to understand in order to understand the basic foundation of my work. The first is the term Latinx. I chose this term rather than Latino or Hispanic because Latinx is a gender-neutral alternative to the term Latino. It also acknowledges those who are trans, queer, agender, non-binary, gender nonconforming, or gender fluid, and to refer to individuals who self-identify as being of Latin American origin or descent. My study is confined to 30 Mexican American students. In California, Latinx represent 54% of our students between kindergarten and 12th grade in public schools. As I mentioned, LIFGHPMAS are the participants in my study, and they are lower income, first generation, high performing Mexican American students. Undermatching is really the foundational term of my study. Undermatching is the term used to describe high achieving students who select and enroll in colleges with significantly lower levels than they should apply for according to their academic profile. This undermatching results in students attending open access institutions of higher education, attending community colleges, or opting out of college altogether. There are lifelong benefits for our low-income students who attend highly selective colleges and universities. These benefits include a higher graduation rate, increased possibility of attending graduate school, entrance to positions of influence and leadership, and increased earnings throughout their careers. The purpose of my study was to explore how 30 academically invulnerable LIFGHPMAS perceive their educational opportunities, their patterns of thinking about higher education, and what people and experiences supported their decision to apply to and attend a highly selective college or university. My study of LIFGHPMAS is important for 5 reasons. First, because this is a qualitative study, It provides new information. There are many existing quantitative studies that look at undermatching from a presumptive theoretical lens that estimates how many students could have but did not attend a selective college or university. Secondly, my study is a firsthand account of LIFGHPMAS who successfully navigated the selective higher education system and currently attend their chosen university or college. Third, persistence is an important trait of these invulnerable LIFGHPMAS, and their persistence will also help them to graduate. Fourth, a new phenomenon that I include in my semi structured interview questions is about digital technology and how the behavior of this group of students and their use of digital technology to access information about higher education may influence future research. Finally, few studies have focused on students who faced multiple obstacles and challenges, including lower socioeconomic status, immigrant status, and deficit beliefs about members of their minority group. While there are many unanswered questions regarding LIFG HPMAS, my methodology was based on finding the answers to two questions. The first question: what type of resources, if any, do students within this demographic utilize in their college choice process? And two, how did they learn about these resources? When did they use them? And what role, if any, did the resources play in terms of the actual college selection and enrollment process? The selection of methodology is based on the type of information to be gathered, the research questions, and the overall purpose of the study. My study was to explore, examine, and analyze the lived experience of LIFGHPMAS. The study is phenomenological because the target population is a rare demographic. However, each student was at risk for undermatching. Three theoretical frameworks informed my research. They are critical research theory, social capital and cultural capital theory, and academic invulnerability theory. 30 Mexican American students who matriculated and were attending a selective college or university participated in my study. All 30 students self identified as Mexican American. The students were 50% male and 50% female, or 15 males and 15 females. The students completed a Qualtrics survey, which provided important demographic information. In addition, each student completed a semi structured interview with me via Skype. After I transcribed the interviews, I sent a copy of each student a transcript of his interview for member checking. There are 5 national college intervention programs. QuestBridge, one of the 5, was utilized by 11 of the 30 students. Outbridge is a nonprofit organization that provides college tuition to low-income, high-performing students. As you can see in this graphic from page 84 of my dissertation, an important finding is that 93% of my participants participated in at least one of these college intervention programs. This is figure 4 from page 107 of my dissertation, and this shows that parental support, whether traditional or informal, is the most influential factor for LIFG HPMAS. This finding must be considered with a critical race theory lens. Historically, Latinx have been viewed from a deficit perspective. Additionally, the academic invulnerability theory lens explains the important role of parents in protecting their children from the effects of institutionalized racism, antisocial messaging, and providing long term inspiration. This slide, figure 5 from page 155 of my dissertation, is a graphic representation of my findings and a synthesis of the research questions and resulting themes. The participants in this study did not rely on traditional school resources such as Avid, Puente, Gear Up, or Upward Bound. The positive influences were their parents, teachers, and siblings. The key findings of my study demonstrate the importance of parental support. Mentors or college going brokers, college going surrogates, and early validation and psychological support, college application behaviors, and digital technology. The major limitation of my study is also the greatest strength of my study. The LIFG HPMAS accepted to selective universities is very rare. These students had exceptional academic performance and were able to navigate the higher education system in spite of their socioeconomic and ethnic racial challenges and status. Therefore, my findings cannot be generalized to Latinx youth in general. Also, the participants from my study were from only 5 states: Arizona, California, Nevada, and Texas. Because of the participants were limited to the southwest region of the United States, these findings cannot be generalized to other states and regions. As illustrated by Figure 7, I developed a graphic to show the intersection of best practices and best policies to serve Latinx and being accepted to selective colleges and universities. Educators need to reconceptualize the importance of Latinx parents as agents of support and encouragement. This model can be used in both primary and secondary schools. It is vital that our educational systems become culturally relevant to members of minority groups. The 5 national college interventions previously mentioned have a critical role in supporting Latinx youth success. So much, thank you so much for attending my dissertation defense, and I will now open the floor to questions.